Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR, your main proprietor to Tenkar's Tavern blog, and why in the ever loving living F am I talking GiantLands? Why? Why would I ever bring this atrocious stillborn game back into the conversation? And by the way, I know it has Jim Ward's name on it, but this is likely all Stephen Dinehart. It's a mess. It's a mess. But and I did a character generation playtest on this channel. Remember? And it wasn't appreciated because it was a mess. Oh my god. So, if you've been following along at home, you may have seen that there have been promises made that this was selling out. You had your last chance to get the first edition because they were going to be working on a second edition, and they and there was a pre-order for Broken Road uh, last spring, and Broken Road was going to be the adventure for this game that was going to lock it in and show you how to run it, and it's going to be awesome and awesome sauce. And the pre-order was a very limited. By the way, if somebody wants $100 for an adventure that's not classic, that's not like 40 years old, smells of musty papers, if it isn't a collectible, and then again, this is being billed as a collectible. But lo and behold, up on the Twitterverse, uh, this post here, and look at that, I guess I cut it off, was from Wonderfilled, WFD Games. And somebody, Joe Wild, or whatever, when is Broken Road going to be delivered? Now, this was back in January 20th. We're talking what? Nearly 3 weeks ago. You took $100 from me, and now your company account is doing this. Please message me so I can get some details on delivery. Well, apparently, Joe is still waiting because as of February 5th, which is only 4 days ago, where is Stephen Dinehart now? He promised us Broken Road in June of 2024. Now, just as a little aside, you don't even have the protections of Kickstarter or BackerKit or Indiegogo. Not that they really have protections, but I believe these pre-orders were directly with uh, Stephen. So, you literally are working on the honor system. And now we're 8 months later. He took our money, but ran instead of delivering on his game. Ward would be ashamed if he knew this is how his last adventure would end. I don't know how much of Broken Road was actually Jim Ward, but I guess Steve could tell us. Steven, let us know. You can certainly comment on this video. I'm just relaying what's online because Steven hasn't been answering. So I figured maybe we'd spread a little wings and get a little heat under this, and maybe we'd get some answers. So somebody else is like, I don't know either. So Joe, did you buy a project from WFT Games? Mildra, I did buy my copy of GiantLands years ago in the early days of the project. Now, again, I bought my own copy, and that's the reason why when I tell you that, listen, I don't do sponsorships, and I've been offered sponsorships. I don't do them because I'm beholden to you, my audience. I'm not beholden to any publisher or any creative. Um, Joe, same here. I backed the Kickstarter. I bought it after the Kickstarter. He promised us then a PDF copy of Broken Road which he never fulfilled. I had a beef with him about this on Twitter DMs, but then decided to buy a copy of Broken Road last May when he announced a pre sale. He said he couldn't give away stuff because the company was too small, even though it was his promise. Well, and Joe, I don't know you personally, but this is good money after bad. Okay, you were promised something, which then somebody reneged on, and yet you tossed more money into the pot. So, honestly, bad decision, folks. Just putting it out there. I still believe in Ward's vision, so I bought a copy. I am regretting that now. 8 months later, and we still don't have anything, and Deinhardt has nuked his socials and sites. $140 Canadian stolen. Well, not necessarily stolen. Like you gave it to him on a promise after he already broke a promise. So that should have been a sign right there. And this was not Jim Ward's vision. Okay, this was Deinhardt uh, brought the concept of GiantLands to Jim Ward. This was Deinhardt's setting. Remember, I think he wanted to do a fun park with GiantLands. So this was all Deinhardt. And I mean, listen, buyer beware. And I am a huge backer of Kickstarters and Indiegogos. Between the two, I've probably backed over 700. God help me. But buyer beware. If somebody's already screwed you over, odds are you could be screwed over again. Just saying. So, folks, if you know any details about this that I don't know, please leave them in the comments section. I'd love to follow up on this. Stephen Dunhart, Steve, hey, listen, you want to comment? Well, I'd be happy to have you on the show, on a live stream. Really, because I have questions I'd love to ask and I'd love to see get answered. You know, no setup. I mean, I'll give you the basic questions ahead of time. No surprises. And no, we won't. It'll just be you and me. We'll do a live stream, just the two of us, and you know you'll have all the questions because there's a lot of questions, man. There's a lot of questions, and when you take people's money, generally speaking, answers are kind of sought. So, folks, again, if you have any information, please let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, you know the thing. Other than that, be safe, be well. God bless. Will His eyes roll them well. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Oh my God, Super Bowl Sunday. I'm not invested in either team, but I am invested in watching a good game. I expect a good game. So enjoy the game. May the best team win. Later, folks.